Egypt. Moneek Robinson, age 27, wanted to be a model. Moneek landed a few small modeling jobs here and there, but not enough to make a living, so she began stripping to make ends meet. Over time, she began abusing drugs. Moneek had a 3-year-old son named Aries Juan Acevedo. Aries was given the nickname of AJ. AJ enjoyed watching football, fireworks, and wanted to grow up to be a teenage mutant ninja turtle. In October of 2015 she had her son's name tattooed on her body. A few days after AJ turned 1, his mother began seeking a daytime babysitter for her son. She placed an ad online, and Artavia Rodriguez responded. Moneek met with the babysitter and hired her. When Moneek brought AJ to Rodriguez's home to babysit for the day, she didn't return to pick up her son for nearly a week. Over the course of the next 2 years, Artavia would watch AJ continuously, usually with him staying for days, and sometimes weeks at a time. He would spend more time at the babysitter's home than with his own mother. The only time Moneek took AJ and kept him for an extended period of time, he ended up being hospitalized for a pit bull attack. The attack left him with bite wounds and a broken arm. Moneek picked up her son and left on a bus to South Florida chasing a love interest. Artavia never saw AJ again. Moneek and AJ moved in with a friend at 7023 Benton Drive in Callaway, Florida. On December 29 in 2015, a male friend of Moneek's dropped by the fire department, and reported that his friend may have killed or harmed her child. The friend said he heard Moneek's son crying after she had went into the bathroom with him, and later she exited the bathroom covered in blood. When the friends asked where her son was at, she said he was with his friends, but they knew better. When deputies arrived at the home, Moneek ran up to the patrol car saying, "Just put me in handcuffs. I did it. I killed my baby, and put him inside of a suitcase." She was immediately handcuffed, and placed in the back of the police car while police searched the scene for the boy. In the back of the home, in a swamp, they found a suitcase floating in 3 feet of water. Inside the suitcase, wrapped in a sheet, was the lifeless body of little 3-year-old AJ. On the way to the sheriff's office, Moneek told police, "The world is going to flood and everyone was going to be drowned, and I can't be drowned, therefore, I have to be shot in the head." Robinson was quoted as telling the officer before declaring, "I was just trying to save my baby." She continued saying, "Everyone on Noah's Ark relived and my baby will relive again." Although she told police she was just trying to save her baby, she actually told her cellmates that she killed her son because he was evil, and had the soul of Hitler. She told the inmate that if she didn't kill him, he was going to grow up and kill everyone. She said she was basically sacrificing her son to save everyone on Earth. Court documents show that Tiffany Powell gave a sworn statement to investigators, saying she was so bothered by what Moneek Robinson told the other women in their cell that she had to tell police. She said Robinson told her cellmates that she stabbed him multiple times but he would not die from the stab wounds, and he was suffering. So she drowned him, then she put him in a suitcase. She said Robinson has no remorse, and doesn't regret what she did. She said she told them that her son is supposed to be dead because he has the soul of Hitler, and his birthday is 4/20, and he's going to grow up and kill all of us. That she saved us by sacrificing him. She also said that Robinson is in love with a married man by the name of James from Sarasota. She said she thought he wanted her to kill her son. But once James found out what she had done, he told her he hoped she wasn't serious, and if she is serious she's going under the jail or to hell. She also claimed that she tried to kill herself but didn't die. She said she couldn't understand why she doesn't cry for the boy. She told investigators that Robinson is a sick individual. She said she thinks she's God and Queen of the Illuminati. Powell went on to say that Robinson thinks someone is going to bust her out of prison. That she wants to be famous like Casey Anthony, and had a book written about her. An autopsy was performed by the medical examiner. It was found that AJ had died from multiple stab wounds to the chest. A piece of concrete was found lodged in the boy's throat. It was determined the child died about 24 hours before his body was found. Robinson was held without bond. Prosecutors in the case say they will seek the death penalty. Artavia Rodriguez, AJ's former babysitter, said, "He was a strong little boy, and his spirit could lift up a grown person with his hope and courage. We knew he was going to grow up to be something special. He was just so intelligent for his age, like he'd been here before. He did not deserve to be killed like that." Rodriguez said even though she watched AJ more than his own mother did, she said AJ knew she was his mother and he loved her very much. She said he treated her more like a sister than a mother though. She said AJ was in the way of whatever she wanted to be though. Sheriff McKeithen said that his deputies are going forward with caution on this case. He said, "This is so bizarre, we're trying to walk softly on this, and make sure there's no assumptions. That what we're doing is based on facts and evidence. Sometimes it's not hard to put people in jail, but it's very difficult to find out actually what happened." In April of 2021, Robinson was found incompetent to stand trial and ordered to a state mental institution for treatment. When deemed mentally fit, she will go on to stand trial for her crimes. In 2022, Egypt Moneek Robinson was found competent to stand trial. She entered a plea of no contest to the charges of first-degree felony murder and aggravated child abuse in exchange for waiving her right to pursue an insanity defense. She was found guilty on all counts and sentenced to life in prison for the first-degree murder charge, and an additional 30 years for child abuse. Moneek's Facebook profile reveals a post that she received a call from a reality TV show. Some speculate this could have been the reason she murdered her son. They feel the child was hindering her career. A memorial service for Aries Juan Acevedo was held on Saturday, January 23 in 2016. He was buried in Greenwood Cemetery in Daytona Beach, Florida. Angela Flores, age 38, was originally from Kansas City, but recently moved to Los Angeles, California. Angela is the mother of 6 children, 4 of which still live in her home. 12-year-old Natalie, 10-year-old Kevin, and 8-year-old Nathan. The children attended Ivy Charter School. Her 16-year-old son also lived in the home, but will remain unknown due to his age and privacy reasons. Angela's older children live with their father in Kansas City. Nathan and Kevin both enjoy playing football. Natalie was involved in gymnastics. Her passion was to become a writer. Angela's 16-year-old son enjoyed kung fu classes. Angela works as an online digital creator. She previously worked as a real estate agent. The family lives in their home on Victory Boulevard in West Hills. Angela discovered she had breast cancer and had been undergoing treatments. Recently Angela posted on her Facebook saying, "Hello, my name is Angela and I moved here 6 months ago from Kansas City. I am a mother of 6 and I'm currently undergoing breast cancer treatments. I work in the real estate field and currently work from home. I am active but alone, besides my kiddos, and I am looking for some friends for hiking, Korean spa, lunch, beach, etc. I have 4 kids still in home, 16, 11, only girl, 9, and 7. I live in the Downey area, but I drive all over. Let's be friends." On Saturday, May 7th, at around 11:45 p.m. the Los Angeles Police Department were called to investigate someone disturbing the peace on Sale Avenue north of Victory Boulevard. The caller said Angela Flores was acting strangely in front of her home. The caller described a woman screaming on their front lawn, lighting candles, praying, and screaming, "My family is abusing me." When officers arrived, they discovered it was not her home, and the residents of the home did not know Flores. Flores was so erratic that paramedics had to be called to the scene. Flores was difficult to contain, so she had to be strapped to a stretcher. She was raising up, trying to get free, and yelling for her Bible. She was taken to the hospital, then released a few hours later. At approximately 7:40 a.m. on Sunday, May 8, the 911 call came into the Los Angeles Police Department with a report of an assault with a deadly weapon. The caller described how a teenage boy showed up at her home and said that his siblings had been hurt. The boy led the neighbor to his home, where the neighbor discovered the dead bodies of all 3 children. When officers went inside the home, they found 3 children unresponsive. The Los Angeles Fire Department were called to the home, but the children could not be revived. At 9:10 a.m. Angela Flores was arrested on 3 counts of first-degree murder, and booked into the Van Nuys jail. She is being held on a $6 million bail. Her 16-year-old son was also arrested. He is being held at the Selma Juvenile Hall without bail. During the interrogation, Angela admitted to killing her 3 children with the help of her 16-year-old son. She said her children were possessed by demons. Friends and neighbors placed teddy bears and flowers outside of the family's home, in remembrance of Natalie, Nathan, and Kevin. Angela's ex-husband, Jacob Corona, told reporters that she called him about a week prior to the murders with some very strange comments. He said, "She was telling me all this stuff about God. She didn't sound right. I don't really know what happened." He said the two had not spoken much since their divorce in 2007. He said they were married for 6 years. He said she was never a religious person, so it was bizarre. He said she was talking about death. He went on to say they had one older child together. The child is older and doesn't live with Flores. The LA County Department of Children and Family Services said in a statement that they were deeply saddened by the deaths of the 3 children in the San Fernando Valley. A neighbor, Priscilla Canales, said, "I heard a woman screaming Saturday night while holding a candle and a Bible. I figured she was just at the wrong home, and mentally not all right, but it ends up that she lived 2 houses down from us." The father of Nathan and Kevin, Federico Yanez Saldivar, said, "The family is shocked and saddened by this horrific situation." He asked for privacy as his family mourned the loss of the boys. The deaths of these 3 children are truly horrific and tragic. As a parent and a grandparent, I send my heartfelt condolences to the people who love them, District Attorney George Gascon said in a statement released from his office to reporters. "We will continue to work with Los Angeles police detectives, and my prosecutors will make a filing decision once they have reviewed all of the evidence." Flores is due back in court in August for her arraignment. Since this case is an ongoing investigation and the trial has not taken place yet, the details of the coroner report, and other details haven't been released to the general public yet. A GoFundMe was set up to raise money for funeral and burial expenses by the children's extended relatives. The family plans to have the children transported back to Kansas City for burial. No further information is available about funeral arrangements. Moneek Robinson murdered her 3-year-old child in cold blood because he was standing in the way of her career. She wanted freedom without the responsibility that comes with being the mother of a toddler. She was a selfish monster who deserves to spend the rest of her life behind bars. May little AJ rest in peace. Angela Flores was a deeply disturbed woman. She believed her children were possessed by demons, and even enlisted her 16-year-old son to assist in attacking the children. Sadly, all 3 children died at the hands of their own mother and brother. It's heartbreaking how these children died, and even more disturbing that this mother was able to twist her oldest son into helping her brutalize his siblings. Is it possible the oldest son played into his mother's delusions to save his own life? If so, this will haunt this young man for the rest of his life. Sadly, she not only ended 3 innocent lives, but destroyed her teenage son's life right along with her own. May all victims in the case rest in peace. That concludes this episode. Keep your eye out for the next volume, coming soon. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.
Want to help support the channel you love, and get something in return? Simply purchase some Elizabeth's Chronicles merch. We have coffee mugs, t-shirts, sweatshirts, cozy blankets, beach towels, phone covers and more. Use the coupon code EC10OFF4U and get 10% off your order. The link to order is in the description area below this video. Thanks for helping Elizabeth's Chronicles continue to make the videos you love.